rise above.
Hi there, it's so good to see you all back here for another episode of The Gay Room and Let's Speak Rainbow Together. I'm so pleased and happy to see that many of you have actually written us loads of messages in direct messages and have also commented on our videos. And I have to thank one of our followers who actually commented on our first video saying that in Canada, one of the words that is mainly used to describe the rainbow community is 2 LGBTQI, where the 2 stands for two spirits. So we have explored what the Q means in LGBTQI, which stands for queer, but today I'd like to understand better what I stands for. I stands for intersex, but what is the real meaning of intersex? Let's find out together. Nowadays, intersex is an umbrella term that refers to all of those people who carry variation in their reproductive and sexual anatomies that differ from what society and science also, unfortunately, think constitute male or female bodies. So basically, intersex people might externally carry the genitalia of a male body and internally have the reproductive organs of a female body, or vice versa. Or even they might only or also carry only chromosomal alterations, which might be visible at birth or maybe become visible during puberty, but even in some cases not being visible for the entire life of this person. Intersex people might identify as male, female, or non-binary. Let's get some history about the word intersex. We need to know that the word has been used since the late 17th century to refer to those people with strange genitalia and sex attributes. But it was not until 1917, with the research of Dr. Richard Goldschmidt, that we started using the word as we know today. Basically, Dr. Goldschmidt used this word to describe moths with non-typical sexual attributes and characteristics, and it was then extended to human beings that up until that moment would only have been called hermaphrodites. Unfortunately, literature is full of sad stories about intersex people. Like, for example, Herculine Bourbon's story, an intersex French woman that in 1850s was forced to live as a man and unfortunately committed suicide at the early age of 30. There is also another sad aspect to actually take into consideration, which is since the 50s, doctors and pediatricians saw the need to reassign sex to intersex children at their birth without their consent and with the use of hormones. Now, a similar decision was the one that we see in the case of David Reimer, a toddler that after a wrong circumcision was castrated and raised as a girl with the use of hormones. As he grew up as Brenda in Winnipeg, he suffered many social discriminations and cruelty from other children in the school and along his life. The curiosity is that his sexual reassignment was then widely reported as a success and proof that children are not by nature masculine or feminine, but through nurture are socialized to become girls or boys. Unfortunately, David or Brenda, when a teenager, found out the true story about himself and decided to go back to the original sex he was born with, and eventually got married and became stepfather of 3 children. In 2000, John Colapinto wrote As Nature Made Him, the boy who was raised as a girl. And with this book, the author wanted to give David the possibility to talk about his story. And David also talked about his story to save other children from a very sad fate. On the 26th of October of 1996, we see the first protest of the organized group of intersex people during the convention of the Association of Pediatrics of Boston. The group intervened to stop non-consensual sexual reassignment of intersex children. Socially speaking, still today, people born with intersex bodies are still seen as different. Intersex infants, children, teenagers, or adult people are too often stigmatized and subjected to human rights violations, including discriminations in public sectors, health, education, employment, public services. In fact, it's only in 2018 that the state of California in USA declared non-consensual sex reassignment of intersex children as a human violation and, first of all, illegal. Now, this is why it is absolutely important that we erase this ignorance that takes too many people to stigmatize and hate all of those people which are different from them. So like this post, share it around all the social medias and help us eradicate ignorance. I'll see you in the next video with the next word. Ciao, ciao!
I know what you fantasize about.